What is up, everybody? Skratch coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Now, last week I promised you guys that we will be bringing back on the channel at least one weekly arena video. Back in the day, I used to do arena reset videos every single week, right? Now, I haven't done one in quite a while because, I don't know, I just kind of lost interest for arena, but guess what? We are back at clapping them bad boys. So this is actually my arena reset push from Monday the 14th. I know I'm a week late, guys, but honestly, I just didn't have the time to organize the video for you guys. How you can see, I'm actually recording this now, Sunday, one day before I'm actually gonna post it for you. But we're gonna have a look at how is arena during reset, what sort of teams we're actually fighting, how are the defenses looking like, what sort of mistakes I've done, and of course, you wanna learn from my mistakes. And we're gonna have a look to see what champions I actually used in my offense. Now, I managed to place top 10. You're gonna find out the exact number at the end when we're actually gonna check the chest. But without further ado, let's jump straight into it. I don't really run my game on full screen, guys, only when I'm streaming and when I'm doing YouTube videos. I feel like it's too distracting to see the entire game covering the entire screen. I just don't like it, so hopefully it's not really gonna bother you that much. But right here, Mitrala, other cleansers, they're really at the top of the food chain at the moment. A lot of cleansers in arena, and the problem with Mitrala is that she can go up to over 1000 resistance, guys, which can get pretty nasty. You definitely need to have an increased accuracy champion. I'm actually using Kimi right here, buffing Kaimar, sleeping everybody, and then just nuking them down. Now, I didn't have my Yoshi prepared, for example. This team right here doesn't really have a threat except that Rotos. So if I can cover that with Necret, protecting my nuker, because that Rotos is always gonna go for your lowest HP champion, okay? It's nothing about the positioning of your champions or anything like that. It's gonna go straight for the lowest HP. And depending on how is the AI set, if he starts with the A2 or with the A3, that's the only difference, you know? So if he goes with the A3, he's gonna go straight for the nuker. Necret actually protects the nuker, so we're pretty safe. I'm actually trying to refresh to find Boomer again there. I think that was a Boomer's team, if I'm not mistaken. I can't find him on the list, but I do find another similar team, right? Mac-Chan's team, for example. Now he has even more resistance on his Mitrala. I'm actually getting resisted here with my team, with Kaimar, because you see, I'm running immunity on most of my champions. Very important for my offense to run immunity. I'm very used to it, you know. It's been like this for quite a long time. A bigger safety net against multiple teams, you know. And right here I was getting resisted, but how I specified, I built my Yoshi. I didn't have him built before, so right now if I'm gonna encounter another team like that from here on, I'm actually gonna go in with Yoshi instead of Lady Kimi. I'm not gonna increase the speed on anyone. I'm not gonna boost the turn meter on anyone. I'm still gonna get the increased accuracy buff. And like that, I'm gonna let them take their turn, buff, because he's no threat like a Warlord or a Kaimar that can mess up my team. Strip with Madame Series, nuke them, 20-30 seconds fight, and get out of them. That's how much will actually this take. Of course, it all depends on Necret, if I'm gonna remove the stone skin or I'm not gonna remove the stone skin, you know? A lot of Necrets can be pretty annoying in the protection set. So if you guys have a full protection set, 6-piece to put on your Necret, it can be super annoying, and not necessarily only in this team, just generally. Imagine if you cannot strip the immunity, you cannot strip most of the buffs that he gives you because of the protection set, you know? That's gonna make it pretty hard. Of course, you wanna protect the nuker, you wanna protect the CC champion. Like that, you have a higher chance to have a winning condition on your side, you know, to actually log the opponent. This is lost. No recovery. I'm out of here. No point to waste more time, you know. So I actually lost 2 fights on here, on this reset. That was one of them. Now we have 10 minutes left, right? We have 3,915 points. We're still staying in the very high top there. A lot of these teams are pretty common now, okay? So most of them, they have a cleanser. You see, I'm running immunity on my champions. Then I'm running Necret to protect my Lord Shazar. Now, Skratch, why are you running Lord Shazar and not Astrolith? She doesn't need accuracy. She's so much better. Well, she's not. So I tried Astrolith. 2 bombs cannot kill 100k HP Duchess unless you have attack up. So Lord Shazar gives me the speed aura, gives me an increased attack, and I can actually land bombs AoE, so I don't need to bring in another nuker. And the way I designed that team, I have Shazar for the lead, I have Lady Kimi buffing the accuracy, increasing speed per meter on my entire team, and I have Warlord to lock his entire team. So if he has a cleanser, like a Wither for example, she's not gonna be able to cleanse the bombs from the team, and they're just bang going down like that, you know. So I'm actually having quite a few fast fights because of it. So Lord Shazar is actually poggers. I remember 3 months ago when Stone Skin got released, I always said, well, Lord Shazar is not gonna be great because it's gonna be countered by cleansers. The bombs, they're gonna take 2 turns to explode because of reaction. But I never really thought of, well, let me use Warlord, increase the accuracy more, and I'm gonna get them down like that, you know. So this is actually a very solid offense team. You're gonna see down the line how many teams were actually covering with that. But here, this guy, for example, okay, he's so damn fast. If I'm using my immunity team with Molly, I'm still getting outspeeded, regardless on what champion I'm gonna get the A1 from his hegemon. You know, if I'm gonna get my turn meter decreased on my turn meter booster or no, I'm still getting outspeeded. So I'm actually farming him with the Nuke hegemon instead, with Candy, with Lydia. I think I lost my second fight on this dude actually, just because the AI on Sifi changed. So I think before he had prioritized the revive, and then he didn't, or something like that. I'm not even sure if he changed it himself, or was because having 2 of the allies alive, she actually decided to buff instead of reviving, you know. But this is a very fast dude. He actually managed to win a trophy with this team in defense because he was so fast compared to the rest, and a lot of people had issues in farming him, including myself. That was the week before, you know. I actually lost with my immunity team, so I haven't attacked him after, but I got prepared a bit better for him this time around. So I feel like the main thing is I refreshed too many times, guys. I feel like I lost too much precious time. I know when you're actually in the moment doing it, it doesn't feel like it, but then when you come back sitting behind the screen and watching it, you're like, damn, I just wasted like 30 seconds on nothing, you know. So I feel like this is one thing. The reset is 8 a.m. in the morning for me. I gotta wake up at 6, 7, but I need like 2, 3 coffees and 2 good hours for my brain to start functioning properly, you know. So I think next week actually we're gonna have the clock change, and then the reset is gonna be at 9 a.m. So I actually have a bit of more time to wake up in there. Withirs are pretty annoying. They're very powerful champions, guys. The affinity as well, the healing that they're constantly giving, they can be such a pain to deal with, you know. So if you don't have the right champions prepared for it, that can actually cost you quite a bit. So you can see I'm always targeting Wither. I'm landing my bombs, and then I'm targeting Wither to take her down before she starts dropping in continuous heals. Now, I have friends, Arsalan, for example, big shout out to him, he's a very clever guy, and surprise, they are using Wither on Reflex set to counter Warlord. Because you're locking her, and on Reflex, that's actually a very good idea, I never thought about it, but running her on a Reflex set, you're gonna decrease the cooldown 1 or 2 turns in the meantime, and she's gonna get to cleanse maybe before your Duchess is gonna take the turn, or Nacret, and you're gonna get to cleanse the bombs, she's gonna constantly heal more, and she's not gonna stay locked, and like that is gonna create you massive problems. Now, funny enough, my what's her name, my Lady Kimi right here, she barely has any accuracy. Intentionally, I gave her a defense banner or an HP, I can't remember, just to make sure I'm not getting tons of accuracy to don't strip the stone skin. If I strip the stone skin from the enemy, the bombs won't be having that extra damage, you know. I think the damage goes up to what? To 400% on stone skin, you know. So it's very important on champions like Duchess, Nacret, that they have 100k plus HP to have the stone skin on when my bombs are landing to make sure I'm getting that down, you know. Increased attack is so important, guys. Trust me. Very important. I would love to have a Yumeko instead of Warlord for my offense team. I know she only increases the duration of skills for 3 turns, so it's gonna be a bit of a different. You're gonna have a smaller gap to play around with, but she doesn't deplete the turn meter on the enemy, so a lot of these fights will actually go in much faster. You see, I'm actually losing this fight because I barely dealt any damage on that Sifi, and she actually buffed instead of reviving before, so that actually messed me up. So I think I'm backing out of the fight here when I see that there is no comeback from it. And that was my second loss. I could have done this reset without having these 2 losses if I was paying a bit more attention, you know. But hey, you learn from your mistakes. Again, we're attacking the same team right here. Again, that Stone Skin gets stripped from it. Reaction makes the bomb to stay up for 2 turns instead of 1. If we detonate them in 1 turn, guys, this is gonna go so quick. You see, I'm going for that Wither, take her down. She cannot heal herself, she cannot stay alive, and that's just fine. You see the damage that we dealt because we didn't have increased attack on Lord Shazar anymore, and that Stone Skin was not on Duchess anymore. So that's actually pretty annoying because the bombs are not doing as much damage anymore. We depleted that turn meter with Warlord. That costs you a bit. I know it's super powerful, but it can actually slow you down. So we have 3 minutes left, guys. 3,974 points. Not looking too bad so far. I'm actually not attacking the same person that I attacked before because I was expecting that I might get wrecked again. The one with the hegemons where I actually had to be faster. But we found Slick Rick right here. That's a super easy fight right there. Or wait, we haven't went on it just yet. Okay, it might be the next one. Might be the next one. You see? Nuke Hegemon. You cannot expect it every single time because sometimes you're gonna know, okay, this guy, I remember him, he has a CC Hegemon. This guy has a damage Hegemon. And yeah, you remember it. But a lot of times, you're not gonna remember it. And a lot of times, if people are smart and they have multiple champions, they're gonna swap them around in their defense. And like that, you don't know what to expect anymore because it's constantly changing, keeping you on your toes. And you might go in, okay, CC, but then it's Nuke. Or you might go in, okay, it's Nuke, but then it's CC, and you're getting wrecked, you know. So you gotta pay attention to this as well, you know. But I gotta say, Lord Shazar definitely exceeded my expectation during this reset. I haven't actually tried to fight with this team before and stuff like that, but definitely it did a pretty good job, and I will use him again. Now let's see, what do we have here? 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So I think now I'm going on a Slick Rick. I see him at the bottom of the list, gives me good points, and I'm like, yeah, no Hegemon, definitely. Now, a lot of times with teams like that, man, you're confident that you're gonna be able to just go in and wreck it. This is like my bang bang team. I have kind of like a funny weird names for my presets there, but you don't know how many champions they have Stone Skin. So imagine if 3 of them had Stone Skin and I was going in with this team, I was gonna get wrecked because maybe Kaimar or Madame Series were not stripping the Stone Skin from Warlord or from Duchess, and this fight could have been here for, I don't know, 1+ minute, 2 minutes, and can be very annoying if you're engaging in a fight like this, especially near the end. So right now I've seen him, I found his weakness. I'm definitely gonna look for him again, you know. I've seen this dude, I actually attacked him a couple of times already. I'm going for him again. Another one of the main tips, guys, kind of pick like 2, 3, 4 different offense teams that you can find, and you're confident that you're going to be able to beat them, and you already know the opponent pretty well because you fought him before, and go and fight that opponent again. That's kind of like key to make sure that you're not risking to have many losses in your offense, you know. So right here, I knew it, I went straight for it. No increased attack on Lord Shazar. You've seen the bombs didn't dealt enough damage to kill her even with the Stone Skin set on. So that's why I don't like to run Astrolith. I know she cannot get resisted, and on some teams, yeah, you can run her, but she's not gonna do enough damage. So I feel like if I have her on my team, she's just useless because she's not doing the job how she should do it, in my opinion. Now, of course, if you have a crazy +4 one, maybe with like 9k attack, she might be performing a bit better, you know. Right, so we're going against this team again. I'm not sure if we're actually managing to get in the fight before the reset ends, or I'm gonna try to find him again and get another quick victory in, or no. Okay, we managed to strip that, so we should be pretty good from here. Yeah, so we're actually looking to fight him again. We have 17 seconds left. I haven't even paid attention at the time there, so we're trying to get him again on the list. That's kind of like refresh. I had him on my list so many times before, but I haven't paid attention to what team he had, okay? If I was paying attention earlier on this specific name, on this specific team, I was gonna farm him way more than this because he had a pretty easy farm like this, you know. His defense was an easy farm. There we go. 20 seconds. Unfortunately, I actually finished this like 5 seconds later after the reset, so that wasn't that great. Having a look at my defense, we actually haven't got attacked as often. We got a couple of victories in the last 15 minutes. We got a few losses as well. That was my defense right there that you've seen on the screen. Let me just quickly show you guys. Where is it? Oh, there we go. I had Duchess, Warlord, Wheatear, and I had a Hegemon in there. Now, looking at my offense, we're gonna see how many attacks we actually managed to squeeze in. We've done quite a few attacks. We lost 2 fights right there, and we managed to rank in number 7, guys. So definitely a good comeback because we haven't really went ham on a arena recently. Expect hopefully next week to have another reset video. I mean, next week. Probably this week. I'm gonna try to actually be on point with it. I managed to get in a couple of decent pieces of gear, so that's kind of like what matters. But yeah, guys, that was my arena reset video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something new. I'm quickly gonna show you some of the builds that I had on my offense champion. So if we're gonna go right here to my account, get out of here, I'm gonna show you what I used in offense because it feels right to show you. Okay, so that's my Lord Shazar right here. That's kind of like the stats that I have on him. 7.1k attack, 196 speed, full crit rate, 151 crit damage, 500 accuracy. In terms of masteries, tier 6, I have Eagle Eye for more accuracy. If I'm gonna look down right here at Warlord, for example, let me just see. Immunity Warlord, 319 speed, 650 accuracy. So once I'm increasing the accuracy with Kimi, it goes all the way up to almost 1000 accuracy. So it's pretty hard for you to resist the Warlord. And having a quick look at my Lady Kimi, she's on immunity as well, and she is at what, 344 speed, only 300 accuracy. See, I don't have that much accuracy. Immunity is important to counter hegemons. That's why I have my champions on immunity, guys, okay? And Necret protecting my Lord Shazar, and with the shield protecting the entire team. There he is. 110k HP, 195 speed, 420 resistance, 3.7k defense. But that's it pretty much, guys. That's what I used in offense. Mainly, pretty much you've seen kind of like what I had. If you want to see Solus, because he was the nuker that we ran a couple of times there. He's nothing too crazy. I need to get more crit damage on him, but unfortunately the boots and the gauntlets are not that amazing from a crit damage set to give him that. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below, what do you think? How did you actually perform in arena? Are you doing resets? You don't really care about it. But that was all for this video. Much love, appreciate all of you guys watching, and I'll catch you all soon in the next one. Peace.